Hello everybody and welcome to another Age of Empires 4 casted game. We're casting the EGCTV tournament. We have Beastie playing as the Japanese in the color yellow as usual, and Kiljardi playing as the Mongols in the color blue. How are you guys going? This is EGC Holy Island, and this is a map that has a lot of fish you can gather. Not only that, you have trade here. So potentially, if you're thinking about trading, it can be a good option for you. We've seen some people do that before. So definitely a water you cannot ignore. A map you cannot ignore the water. I would just say a water you cannot ignore in the map. But anyway, the question is: will Kiljardi go and deny Beast this dock? That's a good question. Or is he gonna build a dock for himself? And I guess this is a question that we're about to see the answer. These sheep looks like they're not gonna be back home. Kiljardi gonna be eating some berries very soon. Oh my god. Let's take a look at Kiljardi's sheep. Okay, not bad. Let's take a look at Kiljardi's scouting pattern. Looks like those players practically mirror each other. Like, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. That's a lot of sheep actually. Now, this is a really small map, so in the sense that you have the water, but also the land, it's quite small, right? It reminds me of the other EGC tournament where it's just like the cliff, but without the water. And I don't know, it's just really interesting because the choke points are just very little. I mean, you have the sacred site in the middle, have the sites here, and you're done. Like that's all you need. Now there is plenty of wood in this map. That's something you need to consider. There is a lot of wood in this map. And well, obviously, if things go to a late game, there is a lot of wood to support that. You also have trade here, trade in the water. Anything can happen here. Now we see Kiljardi. He's gonna be the aggressor this time. Now Kiljardi is a very aggressive player. He's very well known for being aggressive. And it's very funny because EGC shared the pictures of the players, and I saw like, oh, Beastie against Kiljardi, and Kiljardi is often look like, okay, this Kiljardi is super aggressive, right? He looks like a complete gentleman, you know, super like not aggressive at all. Like he looks looking good, looking sharp, looking sharp. I didn't imagine this. It's like, okay, but anyway, Kiljardi is gonna be taking down the dock. The question is, when will Beastie ASAP to deal with this, and if how is he gonna stop this from happening? Because you know, not having the dock here will lead to your opponent potentially opening up the dock, control the water, and you need to create another dock. Now the good thing about Beast is that he's playing the Japanese, so there will be a lot of, you know, value from those fishing boats, just because the fishing boats are just cheaper, and with that, obviously, you have a better time. Looks like one villager will get spot. Kiljardi will go for a tower rush here at the same time. A couple of spearmen here. Beastie just microing those villagers, you know, get the gold. It's like, okay, your turn, you go to sheep, then you go to gold, then you go to sheep. And looks like he's lagging 60 gold to ASAP, so it's not a really good spot. Beastie cannot defend this. Now, the good thing is, as the Japanese, you can just gather the stone. And obviously it's gonna be slower, but we have seen people doing it. It's like, okay, you deny the gold, then I just go to the stone. And potentially I can go for a second town center, or upgrade my town center if I want it. So there are ways to play around to counter this strategy. But looks like Kiljardi will successfully deny the berries, deny a couple of gold veins actually, not only one. This is a really nice spot for him. Let's take a look at his vision. Is he trying to tower rush more? No, he's not. And we see Is this a transport ship? Oh my god! How I didn't notice. Beastie sent a villager here to put the dock in the corner just so that it cannot. How can you kill the dog? Well, you need a transport ship yourself. You gotta pay the tickets back home if you wanna travel. And now Kiljardi, it's with a dog of his own here, but Beastie didn't lose the water. And he was doing this all at the same time as Kiljardi was putting pressure on the gold. So obviously, he already went for a couple of barracks in the Dark Age. Like, that's a clear indicator that, okay, we need to deal with this. Kiljardi, obviously, very aggressive player, 14 spearmans there. So, obviously his age up is just gonna be slower, but he's gonna have a lot of military control. Like, basically what China is doing with Latin America. They're having a big port in Peru, in my hometown, and they're using that as a military base to, you know, take more influence for Latin American countries, which makes sense. That's what you will do in Age, right? You will put your military next to your resources where you want to gather them. At the same time, Beastie with 8 spearmen here. It's gonna build a tower. It's gonna rush it with 5 villagers. Now, Beastie seems like it's behind, but Kiljardi also has a little bit of a trouble with the macro. There you go, now you have the gold. You have a lot of extra gold. Potentially he can go to get a wheelbarrow at the same time. Wouldn't hurt. You already have the gold if you want. But these are a lot of spearmen. The spearman battles are back, guys. At its finest. Kiljardi still with big numbers. We'll try to torch this, but I don't think this is gonna work. Villagers inside the tower are just gonna do a really good job. 8 spearmen for Kiljardi already. Back to 6. Now Beastie building more. He should be able to protect this. No reinforcements for Kiljardi yet. He decides, the Khan says, you know what, guys, let's just go back. Let's go. Now it's time to build the forge. Now Kiljardi age up with the deer stones. Definitely not a bad choice considering the trade post is in a place where your trade is really vulnerable. That doesn't mean you can't trade. You just don't get the bonus at the beginning where your traders are cheaper, which is a big deal. And now Beast is gonna be on the aggression this time. Just sending the spearmans he got just to try to deny this dog. But Kiljardi already with a light junk here should be able to take those very easily. Those light junks actually do a lot of damage, so you need to be careful not to lose your army. BC also the transport ship. So beautiful, like so peaceful here, right? That guy's just in Cancun, you know. Cancun really like that. Like the water is beautiful. It's like even more blue like this. Cancun is a beautiful place. If you wanna go for a beach or something, Cancun has beautiful beaches. Poor Star House being rushed by 16 villagers. At the same time, Kiljardi will start to put pressure with some archers of its own. Now keep in mind, BC already with 3 barracks. I don't think he will consider... Is this this is a war junk? Okay, I thought it was another transport ship. I don't think he will consider to actually switch into horseman or anything. He can just, you know, play the samurai thing. You know, that infantry only composition that the Japanese are very well known for. I know that guy is just gonna send back, hey, you remember me? I came back stronger. Now I have archers, but the problem is those archers are getting hit. You need to be careful here, not to lose your archer mass. Obviously gonna be sending war junks also at the same time. Archers gonna be able to deal with those spearmen. BC loses all the spearmen here. You need to be focusing on those archers, otherwise villagers are gonna get sniped. So far, 3 villagers went down for Beastie. At the classic fight between the War Junk and the War Junk is just, you know, F you know, F you know, F you know. All the way back there. And BC will try to micro this, try to repair the ship the best he can. You don't want to lose them. Looks like Beastie deals with this. Only 5 villagers here. The emplacements are also here. So let's take a look at Beastie's base. Still focusing pretty much on wood and food. Kiljardi looking solid with a lot of gold actually. Is Kiljardi trying to go castle? Which I think it might be a good play, because if you have the water, then you have good food income, especially here, like these guys are already working. Looks like BC will keep pushing here. Have 3 ships. Gotta be careful here. No arrow slits placement on that dock. Looks like it's gonna move the war junk in another position. Gotta be careful with that demo ship. Take down fishing ship, or I don't know if it was a demo ship. That was a demo ship. I don't know if it got actually hit at the same time. Kiljardi massing up a sneaky archer raid on the back of his base. Another raid starts. Archers gonna take down 1 villager. This game's looking really good for Kiljardi. Looks like the water. He has some trouble in the water. He's doing very good on land, but in the water he likes a little bit of military units. Talking about 5 military ships, 3 demo ships for Beastie, and only 3 military ships for Kiljardi. 4 actually. No, the demo ship connects with that ship, and now Beastie will just take down a lot of those fishing boats, a lot of those military ships. And the archers are still here doing their job. An outpost here, so it's gonna be a little bit safer. But Kiljardi will just raid with the archers. And they're just doing such a good job, but the problem is Samurai are already here. They will just tank all the damage. At the same time, Kiljardi is aging up with the step redoubt. Now BC with a very safe dock here in the corners. Should be able to take the water for his... Like, at this point, we can already tell, like, okay, BC have the water. Like, your opponent's already on castle, and you have the water and you're in feudal age. So where do you go from here? Well, obviously your income will be very good in terms of food. We should be able to see a lot of food income increase in the future. So BC should be able to catch up soon. And Kiljardi don't have a military mass that can actually kill Beastie at this moment. He already have the tech up. A couple of, actually 3 stables. He's not going for man-at-arms, he's just going for some Keshiks. Now the step redoubt will give Kiljardi a lot of gold income. So he has a market, so potentially he will be thinking about trading some resources, like, you know, buy food or whatever. Just because when you have the step redoubt, you have like extra gold income that sometimes is just a little bit too much. Now Kiljardi still have this area of the water, but do not have enough military ships. Looks like this one won't be enough. And another raid happening here. Looks like a couple of demo ships will go directly to the dock, and they should be able to connect. Managed to deal damage to those fishing ships. Another demo ship. Managed to take down those fishing boats, and the dock will go down very soon. At the same time, villager building another outpost here. Let's take a look at Kiljardi's vision. Has towers. Where has tower? Has tower here. Has tower in the south. So as a Mongol, you always obviously want to have a lot of towers because that gives you a lot of intel, that gives you a lot of information. Keshiks are already better, and veterans coming for the archers too. More villagers going down. I remember those fishing boats are cheaper for the Japanese, so potentially should be able to have more fishing economy. And you can already see the villager count, even with Beastie losing a lot of villagers. You can still see the difference because, you know, those fishing ships are there. We see a transport ship of 12 people. Who's inside here? Oh my god. Now Keshiks will be able to burn this down. He will lose access to this gold. And looks like Beastie is just gonna mine gold in his private island. Yes, it's gonna be that. A couple of big gold veins. It's like you're gonna pay the VIP price if you wanna come visit me here. And good luck with that, because Beastie already have the military power on the water, so his gold will be safe for now. Now Onabugeisha's also on the mix. Freeman, Samurai, just you know, the casual stuff coming from the Japanese. But the Keshiks are just doing a really good job. Villagers running. Are they calling an Uber here? This is an Uber. Yes. Are they going away? I think they're going away. The base is empty. Deersto's even here. Beastie calling the Uber. Villagers who could not get on the boat will get butchered. Exactly where are you taking those? I mean, gold is not the only resource you need at the moment. You also need food. You need wood. And this island only have gold. So I don't know exactly where this transport ship is going. Is it here or is it somewhere else? Maybe it's just here to get a shoreline fish. I lost the transport ship. Alright, there you go. It's just gonna be on Cancun. And now Kiljardi. Let's see, looking. Where are his villagers? Like, where is this guy? At the same time, take a look at Beastie's food income. More than 2,000. Have enough for the floating gate. It's gonna be just here. So probably, I mean, if you put this your heroes here, you will have extra food income, which you already have a lot. 1.4k doesn't make much sense. It looks like the military production will be built here, and then just call an Uber to go to your opponent's base. Meanwhile, Kiljardi will just, you know, take control of the land. This land, it's already no man's land. No one can live here. Kiljardi has taken control completely over this island. Scout goes down. The only thing that he's producing from here, it's scouts. Only scouts. Let's take a look at Beastie's vision. Like, he's just sending scouts to see where is his opponent. Now, Beastie cannot lose the water. If he loses the water... Oh my god. Welcome to Cancun, guys. 5-star resort. Oh my god, he's putting the Yoroshiros on the wood. I mean, he knows this will give you like 75 wood a minute. Where is his sprinkles here? So Kiljardi looks like, okay, let's take a look at Kiljardi's vision. He has towers all over the place. And he will take down this town center for sure. Those are 2 landmarks. At least they're already putting the Yoroshiros here. Should we have wood for the time being? At the same time, where is he gathering wood from? He's not really gathering wood. He's sending some villagers to the corner. Scout. Just gonna be annoying here. At the same time, sprinkles are here. 3 dogs. Looks like Kiljardi is like, okay, I know where you're hiding. Also, great improved bounty. It's gonna get a decent amount of resources here. Potentially you can burn everything. And if you burn everything, well, you get 75 resources for each. Food, gold, and stone. Like, it's just really good. More dogs here. And we're gonna see the war junk. Now let's see if BC has some upgrades on his dogs. He does have some upgrades. Also, getting those upgrades for the ships, which is definitely the right call. Like, you definitely want to... What? Now he has the Tanegashima gunsmith going on. I'm telling you, this is 5-star hotel destination. Got everything. You even have like, if you ever been to those resorts where they have these Asian themes, the houses look like this, like they are, and inside's like wonderful place to be. Now BC with a couple of demo ships, he will just be pushing the water. He cannot lose the water, and now that he's in Imperial, he can potentially get a very strong ship. I don't know if that's his plan. Is he trading? Trade ship. He is trading. And trade give you wood also. So basically, he's just the king of water. I mean, wood you get from the trade post. Gold you have enough in Cancun. And food, you already have enough from your fishing ships. Oh my god, what? That's that was really an explosion. Now we see a big ship coming from BC. Let's take a look at where is it. We should be able to spot it out really quickly. There you go. The Atakebune. Should be able to deal with those ships. Another work junk here. And this one has a rocket. So be aware of it. It is dangerous. And Kiljardi is still on the castle age, so he doesn't have access to those premium units. There's an upgrade that I haven't seen. Shipwrights increase the health of all military ships by 20% and range armor +1. It's just gonna be the Lord of Water here. Kiljardi already burning all the production of Beastie here. Just getting all that bounty. And looks like Beastie will still hold on in the water with more and more of these ships. His economy is actually looking good. Food eco is higher. Wood income is not that bad. Gold income is really good. So let's see how much of these ships can actually do. Demo ship gonna be demolished instantly. Is this a transport ship? It is a transport ship. You gotta be careful with... Now this is really hard to micro. Like, because when you select military units, you don't select the ships, so you need to control group them. Oh my god, the fishing ships. Oh my god, looks like we lost the Atakebune. And Kiljardi keep pushing more and more fishing ship, military ships. He knows. Now, if he just put a transport ship, and if the transport ship managed to get here with all those keshiks, this can be actually his winning condition. If he just sends those military units there. Because obviously he's somewhere. Like, let's take a look at Kiljardi's vision. Like, a lot of ships coming here. More Atakebune. Osutsu are also being built, so as the time continues, you're getting free siege units for yourself, which you can use potentially if he leave the Cancun Island. Then he can have the siege to push back into his enemy base. Looks like the water is just not gonna be an easy task to contest here. Well, Kiljardi just getting all the gold just from all the places here. Well, BC still the only villagers he having this the whole game. Because he has, these are the houses, just gonna be houses everywhere. Understandable. I just gotta put a market here just to trade resources. Gotta be careful with the demo ships. It's just gonna be demo ships with demo ships. That's the only composition. I mean, it's the best unit you can have. Springles also actually are gonna do a really great job. But how many production buildings Kiljardi has? Only 3 so far. 3 alive. 4 actually. And Beastie should be having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So he should be able to take control of the water now. More demo ships coming here. Now there is a really fine balance between, you know, getting more military ships and not stop producing them, because you never know when your opponent is gonna give up on the water, but you also don't want to take the risk of not building enough military ships so that, oh my god, the demo ships are just doing a really good job. Now looks like BC will go for it. The Springles actually do a very decent job against those ships, so you're gonna be careful here. You need something that is actually does a lot of damage if you want to take down those Springles. But I guess first let's just deal with the docks. Managed to take one dock down. Dock is on fire. Another dock is being built here. It's just gonna be demo ship after demo ship. BC with a scout here, just to make sure he's not trading, because if he's not trading, like, there is some time, there will come a point in the game where the gold is finished. That's not something that is gonna happen soon, but if he starts trading, then it becomes harder for BC. Meanwhile, Osutsu numbers getting bigger and bigger. A military force for Kiljardi on land is not exactly, you know, it's not exactly the best. Looks like all the docks being destroyed, only one left. This one only building a war junk is just not gonna be enough to deal with Beastie's ships. I know, the Springle's still alive. 2 Springles left. Just gonna be the war junk against those. Who's throwing the cannon? The war junk has cannons. Is this an upgrade? I think it is. Meanwhile, a junk here. It's gonna be camping here. Gonna be able to spot those villagers. Those villagers gonna go down. He won't be able to build a dock at the same time. Beastie taking control of this side of the map, making sure no dock is being built. his food economy has decreased. Meanwhile, those ships... Now, you have very little space here to actually build your production, so you need to be careful, like, deciding what do you want to build. Or just gonna send some villagers and build production, like, I don't know, here. And then just surprise your opponent. Could actually be a play. Gotta be careful here. Explosive junk. Oh no. Actually, they have a lot of health. It's like, joke's on you, man. I have all my upgrades. More Otsutsu. These guys are just gonna be Wololo. Now remember, Kiljardi cannot go for a Sacred Site victory because the Sacred Site is also here. So, if he really wants to finish the game, he needs to kill these two landmarks, which basically means take control of the water. But how can you take control of the water when someone is already trading? It's, you know, it's on Imperial age. And look at the resources of Beastie. Just floating in resources. Is he trading? And it's gonna be stable. Probably we're gonna see elite Mount Samurai. Now more ships are trying to getting out of this dock. The dock goes down. Springles still here, doing a really good job. Demo ships connect with the Springles and they take them down. Oh, what a game! What a game, really. How many traders, sir, really have access to this? Let's take a look. How many trader ships? 15 fishing boats, 17 traders. Not bad. Not a bad amount. 30 villagers is all he has at the moment. Meanwhile, the Mount Samurai are coming here. Now, does he has? Yes, he does have a blacksmith. He's getting those upgrades now. He just finished the gold. Now, what do you do with these villagers? What do you do? Like, you go grab some fishing boats or something. You need to send them here, but you know, this is kind of like a... Reminds me of, what was the name of this movie? Mad Max? It's like, this land is like land of nowhere. No man's land. It's just... And somehow Kiljardi, like, has a lot of resources, has a lot of gold coming. It looks like the water and the land at the same time is like really overwhelming. Because at this point, he could have HAP. A couple of docks also here. Looks like Beastie will be forced to create more military ships. Still have some junks here, but you know, Kiljardi doesn't have these upgrades, so all those things, you know, are really important. We love to see piracy. You don't see that. You don't see that upgrade very often. Transport ship is coming. The Uber has been called. How many transport ship? 4 transport ship are already here. And military numbers for Beastie looking really good. He has 6 Revolt the Queen, 12 Mount Samurai, and obviously 23 Otsutsu, 11 more to come. Oh my god. Like, how many Otsutsu you say? Yes, sir. That's how many. Now the big Uber is here with 16 population each. You know, you don't want to lose this ship. This ship is super precious. Oh my god, the Springles. The Springles. Beastie, notice this. If the Springles notice this transport ship, they're just gonna melt. Those they have plus 60 damage for ships, so gotta be careful not to lose your transport ship against those transport ship. Also here, this is gonna be like a really tough tough mission for Beastie. I already have all the transport ships are here. Demo ships, they already explode. The land is clean, and those transport ships are just gonna go for it. Revolt the Queen, Osutsu, Samurai. And what can you do against those samurais? Look at the... Oh my god. And now he's just gonna burn everything. And look at how fast those Osutsu actually... Oh my god, a keep is gonna get built here. Look at how fast Osutsu just melt everything. Villagers gonna go down here. Kiljardi taps out. Well played by these two guys. Amazing play by Beastie, surviving on an island. Wow, what a game. Go check EGC TV for this weekend tournament. I'll see you in the next one.